Cheers to you guys. A little Pabst Blue Ribbon this week. Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. So what I want to talk to you guys about a little bit before we go too far is a little bit of the history on the house and what I'm prepared to do today. So the plan today, like I've told you guys in previous videos, my parents have sold their property and I've never actually camped out on the property, being so I've been on this nature kick lately. I figured, and the weather is supposed to be great this week, I figured it'd be a great time to go way out back on the tail end of the property and do some camping. Now we're gonna cook a little bit of food, nothing major. I got some soup, some sausage, and obviously a cold beer. Actually, I have 30 cold beers. And my plan is to kind of share some memories I have about living here. I haven't lived here for the full 30 years, obviously. I've moved on to my own and moved in with girlfriends and stuff like that, tried to establish relationships that didn't work out. By the way, that's Lily. Everybody say hi to Lily. She's got to be the star in every video. So I'm sitting out on the front porch right now, which is one of the best things in the world, because when the weather's beautiful like this, there's mountains over that way you can look at, but this time of year, the smell of poop is in the air because we're surrounded by farmlands, and this field directly across the road, they actually just spread probably last week, and the smell is still lingering. So that's one of the not so great things about living up here. But one of the cool things I thought I'd do is talk to my parents a little bit about this property, why they bought the property, how it's been the whole 30 years, maybe some of the remodeling they've done. But my mom's in there, so let's go talk to Mama real quick. Dad's out back mowing the grass, as you heard in the previous segments of this video. All right, guys, we're inside. We're talking with Mama Walker. For you guys that have not seen my mom is 65?
Maybe. Yes.
We'll go with 40. Well, no, that would be weird. I'm 38, so that's a little too young. All right. My first question for you is, I've always wondered, what year was it when we officially moved into this house?
You would have to ask me that.
Dad probably knows, doesn't he?
Yes. You were...
I was 10.
Second grade.
Mm-hmm. Because right down there
Yeah.
is the school. It used to be a school. Now it's a salvage junkyard, but...
So you were in second grade.
Yeah, because I remember I started playing Pee Wee football at the time, and I think I had to be at least 10 in order to start. So it had to be 93, I want to say.
I can't remember.
So you always have Dad on his toes. Tell everybody about the little bit of remodeling you have done around here.
He's remodeled the kitchen, the walls. He's redone the bathroom, which...
That's been done probably 4 or 5 times now.
It has not been redone. It's been painted 3 or 4, but it's never been remodeled.
Well, the sink has been moved from here.
Well, that's when we moved it. We moved the door from the kitchen
right
to the laundry room. That's when we remodeled the bathroom.
Right.
Took the tub out, put a shower in, moved the sink, and put a high-rise toilet in.
High-rise toilet. Mom's got bad knees. Mom has had both knees replaced. I actually worked in the operating room when they brought her in. I brought her in for surgery. So it's comforting when you have somebody you know, mainly your son, take you to the OR and kind of eases a little bit of the tension. Now, when you first moved in here, what was your plans? Was it just because the house was bigger? Or did
Oh,
you
yes,
did you
definitely.
did you plan on living here forever?
We never thought we'd move. I was just telling Dad today that who would think 30 years of living here that we would be moving again.
I know. Well, you have 3 strong young boys that are more than willing to help. For you guys that don't know, I'm the oldest of 3. You don't see my younger siblings very much. You have seen them, but you don't see them too much. They're not completely always into the things that I'm doing, and vice versa. They do their thing, I do my thing. Because they are twins have that special bond to where they're off always doing their thing, and I kind of do my thing. That's why I call myself the black sheep, because I'm different. Yes.
You are different.
And black sheep is not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
I like being different than everybody else.
Yeah.
So, in conclusion to this little segment here, what was the purpose for buying a new home? Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about the new home? Because you've seen it, I haven't.
Oh, the new home? Oh, we're downsizing. But it has a 2-car garage, and it has a big workshop out back, which I believe is where
I will be renting that.
Travis will be staying. Doesn't have facilities in it that's needed, but warm weather, it has heat, and it's insulated.
I'm a guy, I can go outside, whip it out, and pee. Now, if I got to go the other way, I might be forced to either come inside, or I might be forced to buy one of them camping buckets.
Yes.
But now it is a manufactured home. Go ahead, tell them a little bit about that.
Double wide. It's gorgeous. Just what we want. Perfect land, acre of land.
3 bedrooms.
Yep, 3 bedroom, 2 full baths.
2 full baths. So, like, I'll have my own bathroom. I'll have a little bit of privacy. I can just leave my shit laying all over.
No.
I can leave dry toothpaste in the sink.
No.
I can leave beard trimmings in the sink.
No. We already discussed this.
Mama hates that. She hates that. So every time I brush my teeth or I trim up, I try to remember to clean the sink out. I'm not a slob by any means, but sometimes my life is very active, and I just, my mind is, I get tunnel visioned, and I do one thing and I just move to the next. So Mom's kind of unprepared for this question. How many windows collectively have I broken this house?
Why are you laughing? I just know of 1. 2 maybe. 3 maybe.
I think there's been 4.
What the hell, Travis? Would you replace them real quick?
No, you guys knew about every one of them. All right, now let me explain. So one of the first windows that I broke was upstairs in the room I'm staying at. I was tickling one of my younger brothers. We were just horse playing, and his foot went through the window. So that was window number 1. Okay?
Did we replace it?
You had to have, because there's a window in there now.
I don't remember.
Second time, I told you I threw a ball at a bird's nest up there. It ricocheted and hit the window out on the porch that Lily was sitting in. I showed you guys earlier. Yeah, I threw a ball at a bird's nest, and it ricocheted off that pole, with my luck, into the freaking window. So that's window number 2. Mom is just finding out about some of these.
Yeah, really.
or the truth be told to some of them.
Sometimes mothers can be naive.
So window number 3, you were home, you seen it happen. Remember when I knocked on the front, remember that first front door we had that had that big glass window in it? And yes. I knocked on the door and it broke because it was cold outside, and glass is fragile, as we all know, when it's cold. I knocked on the door and I broke that window out of the damn door. And the 4th window, actually, I just remembered, I didn't break.
I did.
All right, so doing a little reminiscing, I just had a flashback. The fourth window I actually didn't break, and that's a freaky story, because my dad was out on the front porch.
No, I was.
Was it you?
Was me. I was washing windows.
Yeah, because I know you used to wash the vinyl, because there's vinyl siding on the house. And we didn't have that put on. It was already on here when they bought the place. But Mom was out there washing windows, vinyl siding, because you always had a habit of cleaning the porch
Right,
off, because it
right.
got dirty, because they live on a dirt road. And she heard this loud smash.
I had just left the porch when I heard this loud smash.
And what happened was a tire come off a guy's truck, bounced down the road, and smashed into this door right here, which has got 4 small, probably 1.5 windows in it. I'll show you guys that in a second. And the window is still broke out to this day. It hasn't been replaced. But can you imagine if you were in the way
Oh, that
of...
would have hurt.
Yeah.
That
You
would
would
have
have been...
absolutely hurt or
you
knocked
would've-
out.
Yeah, you would have been pretty mangled.
Because it hit the side of the porch, left a black, hit the window, broke, hit the ceiling, left black tire marks, and ended up laying down on the
Right.
porch floor.
So now,
Right.
if I'm correct, I think that guy gave you cash right then and there for the
20
window.
bucks.
Oh, he gave you $20?
Yeah.
That's kind of like a slap in the face.
Yeah.
Why did I think he gave you $200?
No. No, 20 bucks.
That's not even enough to.
No.
That's not even enough to put gas in your tank to go to the
I
store to
know,
pick up
right?
a new window. All right, excuse the boxes, guys. Like I said, they're moving, obviously. But this is cardboard over the windows. See, there's 1, 2, 3. That would be the 4th window that was broke out. They never replaced. So my dad's actually out back mowing grass, again, like you heard. I have a couple questions for him I'm going to ask, but I'm going to wait till naturally he gets done mowing the grass. And tonight, I believe, to get everything down there to the area I'm going to camp in, we're going to have to use the tractor, hook up the wagon to it, and haul everything down, because I got a little bit of stuff. And I might have to run to the store, because the lantern I bought actually takes 4D batteries. I thought it had a rechargeable battery in it. I was wrong. Like usual. I can't say I'm super happy they're doing that today. Shit. Literally. All right, dudes, this is my dad. This is my dad, Tom. Now, the dad's going to answer a couple questions that Mom couldn't answer. What year was it that we moved into this house?
September 2nd, 1992.
You remember it to the day.
Yeah.
How old was I?
5.
No,
Was I? No.
not 5. Not
Yeah,
Was I
second.
really 5?
You were 5 because the boys were 3. So
He
you
was
were
in-
actually 5 and a half.
He was in 2nd grade, hon.
Crystal. The twins were 3. So that makes him 5 and a half.
Okay. I remember starting Pee Wee football not long after, so I must have been wrong on that part. I must have been younger than 10, because I thought we moved in here in '93, because my first football trophy was in '93, and I remember that was the first year I started playing. Now, how old is this house?
124 years.
Yeah, I looked that up. It was built in
98.
1898. Now, Mom really couldn't answer this. What all have you done to this house?
Oh my goodness. I have replaced all the downstairs windows with new ones. I rebuilt a porch, added a deck, had a new roof put on, put new doors inside the house, entrance doors, stairway doors. I remodeled the bathroom at least 3 or 4 times downstairs, the downstairs bathroom. And, oh geez, I don't know.
So, all right, so the bathroom thing. When you first tore apart the door frame, what did you find? This is pretty cool, guys. What did you find that fell out of that door frame when you tore it off?
I found two things. I found a hand-carved clothespin for a string clothesline, and I found a shoe like the ladies used to wear back in the cowboy days.
The old Western days. Now, you said that thing basically turned to powder when you touched it.
It did. It fell right apart. As soon as I put my hand on it, it was
Turned
literally
into
powder.
nothing. So basically what you're saying is there's no gold hidden between these floors?
If there is, I can't find it.
So the housing market has changed since you bought this house. This is a dramatic change. How much did you buy this house for?
$68,500.
You can find a meth house for that price nowadays. In order to find a decent house, you're paying 200 some grand nowadays. So
Bear in mind that was 30 years ago. How old do you feel?
older, let's say.
Me too.
So I got one last question for both Mom and Dad. What is the fondest memory you have about living here?
I'll go first. My fondest memory is having all my children and their friends and their friends' friends here, because we had a lot of them.
I
And
have
we,
to
we,
agree.
we enjoyed every friggin' minute
Yeah.
of it.
And all the friends, all you boys as friends.
And that's the thing, like myself and my brothers, we've never had troublemaker friends. We've had friends with addiction problems, but they weren't bad people. They just had issues of those sorts. But we've never really had friends that were criminals or just all out
Right.
assholes.
Right.
Everybody's been personable. Everybody's been respectful.
Everybody, all them kids and their friends that came here were very respectable.
They eventually started calling them Mom and Dad.
Yes, they did.
So, and still do to this day, to be honest with you, except for with the exception of a couple. I know Cody doesn't really call you guys Mom and Dad.
No, 'cause
Crystal and Tom to you guys.
I can understand that, because I don't know, if you thought about it hard enough, which I never did, it might be a little disrespectful to his mom and dad,
Right.
you know.
Right.
But that's fine. Yeah, I love Cody. He's
So-
one of my buddies.
Speaking of Cody and my brothers, they have a podcast out on their YouTube channel. It's called Everybody Podcast. They've got a plethora of different videos out.
Yep.
So if you guys are into podcasts, go check out the Everybody Podcast. And they're stoners, but they're funny and they talk about a bunch of shit. So I just want to say, let's go camping. So one thing I forgot to buy while I was out and about was my bear deterrent, which is bear spray. It's like pepper spray. It's just to deter the bears and whatnot. So I've got to run to Tractor Supply. I've got to buy some bear spray. I think it would just make me kind of a little bit more calm, because we have had, I don't want to say a problem with bears out in this area, but we've had bears in this area. My parents used to keep their trash out back, which obviously trash, there's food remnants and whatnot. That's what the bears are there for. But it doesn't help. I just watched things to take with you on a hike if you hike alone. And this guy was talking about black bears and how he hikes and whatnot in eastern New York and down in eastern PA. So yeah, we're gonna go get some bear spray before we actually go out on camping, our little camping trip. And this just makes me want to remind you guys, even though I'm on my parents' property, I'm literally 100 yards away from the house. It just gain some knowledge before you go out into nature alone, even with a group of people or, with a friend. Make sure you have protection from wildlife. Make sure you have all your safety bases covered. First aid kit. Make sure you know what to do in case of an emergency. I don't want myself to get hurt. I don't want to see anybody else get hurt. I just want to go on record saying I am no professional. I just started doing these videos because I like to be out in nature, and just be careful. Research, watch videos, take the proper precautions. Whew. All right. Now, I haven't barely ever done any camping before. This was kind of a pain in the butt to set up, but we got it up. This is a single person tent. Got it from Walmart today. It's an Ozark Trail. I haven't heard too many good things about our Ozark Trail, so like, I personally, if I was you guys, I would not buy one of these tents. But it was cheap. I wanted a single person. Now I'm gonna blow up my air mattress and make sure I'm actually kind of comfortable tonight, you know? So yeah, let's hop to it. So I want to give you a quick show of how small it is in here. It's very small. I'm 6 foot, my friends, and I think this is just barely gonna keep me comfortable. But I got it because when I go on these hikes, I want to have something small, something that is now should be relatively easy to set up. But yeah, just in case if I ever happen to get lost out there, I got something small to set up. But it's a little warmer than usual out here, so the sun is going down, so I'm gonna finish setting this up before it gets too dark. And I do have one of my friends actually stopping by to set up her tent, and so yeah, I'll have company tonight. And I don't know, I hope you guys enjoy, like, for real. So this tent, or I should say this air mattress, is just made for a single person. I got it from Walmart. Once again, Walmart, being quick. Had to buy a pump with it, unfortunately. But that's okay. I expected things needed to be pumped up. The air mattress itself was a little bit more expensive than what I anticipated. But it is what it is. I wanted it so I could actually film this video. But I'm going to pump this air mattress up. Don't know why I put that end in there. And we can just stick this in here and hopefully go to town. Now this has got both ways. When you pull it in, push it down, it puts air into it. This is gonna take a minute. Now that we've got our air mattress blown up, let's throw her in the tent and see how well she fits. So as you can see, it's gonna be a pretty tight fit when I get in there. Holy Lord. Woo! That was a chore. Now I'm on my way to get some firewood. I love Dad's old tractor. It's a Troy belt. It's done good. So I have a cousin from Lock Haven. Every time he comes up, he brings a bunch of pine board. But because or I should say my parents are moving, I am renting, but because they're moving, I have to burn up as much of this wood as possible tonight, so I'm taking a bunch. That'll probably do, because I have a big old piece of log down there along the trail that I can throw on this pit and burn up. Round 2. So everybody, this is my guest.
Hi. Hi, y'all.
Now, how do you pronounce your name, my dear?
Lorinda.
Lorinda. All right. What's your nickname? We'll go with
Ren.
your name.
It's Ren.
Ren.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, this is Ren. She's here. She forgot her tent, so we're gonna bunk up tonight.
Thanks to my son.
We're gonna spoon. And I told her if she feels something, it's just the flashlight. I'm totally kidding. I'm really not that way. I'm still a virgin. You guys know that. So tonight, the main entree is Campbell's Italian sausage soup. And I'm gonna throw some of these bad boys in there. No, that's not my pecker either. That's a cheddar wurst sausage.
Wrap it around.
Right there's the package, I swear.
Just pull it out and take it around like I ever show you.
We're gonna cut up a few pieces and we're gonna throw it in there. It's fucking terrible. I'm terrible. And I said I was gonna stop swearing in these videos too, so I apologize, folks. Well, if you swear, that's one thing.
No, but it's not appropriate.
You look like the asshole.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know how well y'all can see that. This stuff turned out pretty good. If you've ever had Campbell's chunky Italian soup, I just added extra bratwurst or Italian sausage in there with it. It's super good. And Ren's over here snacking.
I'm gonna have a wrap.
She's got a full-on buffet going on over here. But so I told you guys I'd let you guys know a little bit about this property and some of the things that used to happen on this property. So the path on this property originally come about because my dad had an old Ford LTD that was no longer road legal. And I shit you not, my friends, this is how I learned how to drive. I drove this car hauling ass out through this field. But my dad also got in with me a time or two, showed me how to do a K-turn, parallel park, you know, taught me about speed limits, all kinds of crap. Oh, excuse me. So that's one fond memory I have here. Now, going along with that fond memory, I used to be a little badass per se when I was a teenager. And I had girls I'd bring out here in that car. Never had sex in that car.
Ooh.
Just some heavy petting and making out. Well,
Thanks, Grandpa.
Yeah. So that, yeah. I used to...
Pat.
Pat. Listen to her over here. She's got a worse personality than I do. Gutter mind, I should say, not worse personality.
I'm just going with what you said.
You know what petting is, right?
Well, you said heavy.
Heavy. Like hardcore. We're talking hand jobs here. All right.
Okay.
This is getting a little X-rated.
Eat your soup.
All right, that fire's kind of dying down. I'm gonna get a light and kind of shine it on myself so you guys can see me a little bit. Ta-da! You can see me. Not that you want to, but you're forced to now. Another one of my memories I had. All young boys eventually get involved with pornography. So, like I said, when I was a teenager, I was a little badass. Not necessarily a good way. By the way, I'm trying to open a dessert dish that Rin brought. What is this again?
Strawberry cheesecake.
Yeah. Oh, I like strawberry cheesecake. Anyway, back to the story here. I had a briefcase full of adult movie DVDs. I did. And I've always liked older women. So, eventually, my mom found this briefcase full of adult DVDs. She told my dad. My dad went and took them and hid them. Said, I found them. You can have them back when you're 18, but don't bring them in the house. You know what I did?
Put it in the truck.
I went and found them motherfuckers and brought them back in the house. Sorry, I swore. They refound... No, you're all right. You can make as much noise as you want. The microphone on this camera isn't that good. She's eating Twizzlers over here. But, so my dad took them. I refound them. Then he took them again. And you know what he did this time? He buried them out at the beginning part of the field there. And, yeah, it's not awesome. I was pissed.
I would do that too.
So,
I'd
guess
burn 'em.
what? Your boy found them and redug them up. But, I respected their wishes and I did not bring them into the house again after that. And I did eventually get them back, by the way.
Oh, you know the full moon's coming up on the 15th, 16th. It's been
All
here
right,
just a
so
few days.
we're sitting here. She's got pull and peel Twizzlers she just gave me. This is a funny conversation. I said, you gonna get mad at me if I don't pull it and peel it and I just eat it like a hunk like that? She goes, no, eat it however you want. I said, now I get mad at people who have string cheese and don't pull it and, peel it and eat it. She goes, yeah, so do I. So, motherfuckers, you better eat your, I swore again. Eat your string cheese by peeling it. You don't bite chunks off of string cheese. It was meant to be peeled. These were not meant to be peeled originally. String cheese was always meant to be peeled. So eat your string cheese properly.
Damn it. But the honey's good, and I like the. I don't mind Fireball, but I like the better one, the Jack Fire, which is better.
Fireball.
And I don't really years
Can't
and years
do
ago I had
Fireball.
horrible.
Can you guys
experience
do
with,
Fireball? I can't do Fireball.
horrible experience with
No.
remember Aftershock and Goldschlager and all that back in the day?
Goldschlager,
Oh,
yeah,
my God.
yeah. All the kids in school thought that was a great
Oh,
thing.
it's the coolest thing in the world to drink those 24 karat lights.
The other memory I had, and for some reason the alcohol is a sin to some people, which reminded me, I used to sneak down here, well not sneak, used to walk down here and watch the youth group girls play football.
You pervert.
No,
I'm just-
I never said anything. I just watched. I was a young man. My hormones were
Right.
raging.
Your pores
Eventually,
blossom.
eventually the guys come out there, started playing football, and my best friend at the time, my best friend at the time was out there playing football, and he asked me the night before if I wanted to come to youth group and play football. I'm like, yeah. Well, the pastor or whatever there, big guy, it's weird. He had a mullet. This was like late 90s. He had a mullet. Yeah, and a mustache. Very like pedophile-ish. Uh,
Very Magnum PI.
yes,
mullet.
very Magnum PI. Although,
With a
Tom,
mullet.
I don't know. Did Tom sell it? He never had a mullet, did he?
A little bit earlier, like longer.
Did he
A little bit-
really?
But then it was like he just had like long curly hair, but the giant stash. Come
Oh,
on,
he always
stash
had
is,
the
like,
stash.
Amazing.
The stash is kind of what made him kind of like
It is.
Sam Elliott, the big
Mhm.
mustache. So
Just like
Sam
ZZ
Elliott.
Top in their beard.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. But I used to come down here, and the pastor asked me if I ever wanted to come to church or come to actually the youth group. I'm like, nah, I'm good with just playing football. I don't do religion. I'm not like, I don't know if you do. Are you? I'm not religious.
I have a faith.
I don't believe in it. Therefore, I don't necessarily care for it. But I got close friends that believe in God.
Sure.
And it's all good. It doesn't bother me. It's never bothered me.
Be warmer. Oh, fuck it.
I mean, it is getting a little colder out here. So I got a couple more memories for you guys. Back when I was a kid and I first started to drive, my dad actually bought a Ford Ranger. It was a four-wheel drive Ford Ranger. My family come up here, and this whole field was cut down. It was not long after we bought the house. So, like, it was a cornfield, and it had just rained for days, and the whole field was nothing but mud. But there at the beginning of the field, way down there, when we're coming down to this end, it used to be nothing but a big old fucking mud puddle. Sorry, I swear again. Damn it. It was awesome. My family come up here. It was basically like a big old redneck mudding event. My family is very redneck, by the way. I may wear flannels and wear camo and Carhartt and shit, but I'm really not redneck. I'm not city either. I'm me. But yeah, that day it was like a huge party, mudding party. And speaking of parties, this is my last memory for the evening, but I had a party here. Actually, my brothers had a party here. My parents went to Maine to visit my aunt once a summer. And Maine from Pennsylvania is like a 10-hour and some drive to where she lived. But we went up there, or they went up there, and every time they left, we'd have a party. Of course, we'd always clean up after. And just the parties we had and the friends that we have. Like my parents spoke earlier about, and they were here for some of those parties. The friends that we have, the friends that we've made, and the people like this beautiful young lady right here that we have brought up here on this property, it's nothing short of awesome. A lot of the people in our life, my last name is Walker, as you guys know. We don't mess with shitty people. We don't mess with bad people. We don't mess with people with bad intentions or anything like that. So the parties have been good. Not to say we hang with angels either, because we have friends that have dealt with addiction, people that have committed crimes.
And I'm sure you've also dealt with loss
Oh.
of people that have been here.
So Rin just brought up something about loss of people that has been here. My cousin Cliff and his wife died in a head-on car accident. I'm not exactly sure the number. I think it was like 6 years ago. The year after that, my cousin Danielle died because she needed a lap chole done. What that is it's a medical term for gallbladder. Her gallbladder taken out. All right, let me back up. Danielle ran away from home, but Danielle had cerebral palsy really bad. She met up with an old man that took her down to like Mississippi, and he didn't take her to the hospital when she needed to go. So her gallbladder got infected. That infection spread and it killed her. She was only 25. The weekend, or yeah, not the weekend. Sometime after that, I was at work. I got a message from my mom that my cousin Adam hung himself. Adam dealt with addiction. He dealt with family issues. He dealt with homelessness. There's a plethora of other things. Sometime after that, my cousin Stacy, sweetest thing ever. She was what we would believe peer pressured into trying a very hard drug, and she passed because of that, because of an overdose. My Uncle Clinton just passed away from complications of diabetes. My cousin Rusty died of cancer. My Aunt Teresa passed away a couple years ago because of cancer. And all those people have been up here. All those people have been around this property. So at one time or another, they've been here, and we kind of hold those moments pretty dear. But yeah, that's that.
So this dirt has a lot of memories.
This dirt has a lot of memories. A lot of memories. So I'm getting ready to head to bed, and she's out here fishing for socks. Actually, she's trying to dry her sock that just fell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I need to sleep though. Good night. I'll see you guys in the morning. It is, what time is it?
That time.
It's like fucking 4 in the morning. I don't know. 3, something like that. Okay, so I just looked. It's 3:22. Way late enough for me. I'm an old man. I need to go to bed. See you guys in the morning. Well, good morning. Yeah, I didn't sleep very well. The tent got attacked by ash. Yeah, I didn't think this out too well when I decided where to put the fireplace. So, but yeah, we're warming up some coffee. I should say I am. It's instant. I don't really do instant, but we can't exactly have a coffee pot out here. So, yeah, we're gonna make some coffee. Let this fire die down. Got one more piece of wood to put on. And we're gonna call it a day. Cheers, my dudes. It's not half bad for coffee, instant coffee. A little ashes in it. All right, guys. So I'm back in the house now. That was a long but fun night. Rin was some of the best company I've had in a long time. Next to my friend Jeannie and my friend Prelin. I have more female friends than I do male friends. That's the reason you see so many females. I don't know if it's because of my dashing good looks or my charming personality. But no, I have to reiterate, none of these ladies are lovers. There's no romanticism in any of these. These are just straight friends. Like I said, I'm back home. I'm actually gonna continue editing this video. And when I'm done with that, I gotta grab a shower. And then I'm actually going on a hike today. And I'm headed to Elmira, New York, to the Newtown battlefield to hike a trail, and there's a nice surprise at the end. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I will state, like I did in the video, I am no professional. I am very much an amateur, but this is stuff I love to do. It's just being outside is fun. I smell like smoke. My pants are dirty. I love it. And I can't wait to go out on this hike. And I do have another guest. My ex-wife is coming with me today, so this will be fun. She's good people, and we have much to talk about, but we won't talk about those things. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you very soon. One last thing before I leave. I have been trying to do 2 videos a week. And so far, everything has been going great. You guys have noticed more content on this channel. And again, I just want to reiterate that I really appreciate everybody. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you don't want to, that's fine too. I do have a Venmo that you can donate to. I do have a PayPal you can donate to. It just helps the channel grow. It's just help. That's all it is. There's no obligation, but I'll see you guys on the trails.